A very good afternoon to everyone present over here. I wish all of you a happy World Health Day, and I also hope that all of you are doing well. As kids, I believe we were always taught that health is wealth, and I feel that this has become of more importance amidst this pandemic. The world had to completely shut down because our health, our life was at stake. So, to once again make ourselves aware about the importance of this treasure, we are gathered here today to discuss a very, very important issue. Diabetes, I believe, has become a household name. We hear every second person saying that someone in their family or they themselves have that disease. So, we are forced to ponder about the fact that if it is a disease or has it become a lifestyle today with our speaker and many of you to discuss about this topic. But before we start, a few important announcements. You are free to switch on your audios and discuss about the points. But please make sure that if you do not have anything to share, your audio is off so that we can minimize the background noises. Next, you want to ask any question or if you want to share something, you can also put it up in the chat box. Now, without any further ado, I would like to invite Professor V.R. Sinha, the Dean University Instruction, Punjab University. Coming from the pharmaceutical background, Dr. Sinha has been the inspiration and the guiding force behind this webinar. It was his kind efforts to make people more aware about their well-being that we will be learning about something so common yet so important. Having served as the head of many departments, Sinha's experience, people around him to grow. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
So please unmute yourself.
Dear Sanjay Badada ji, Professor Anupama ji, my dear faculty colleagues, students and staff, very good afternoon to you. Today we have here on occasion of the World Health Day, and this particular opportunity has been exploited to uh, to invite some experts in their respective domain related to the health issues which are very common to the populations. The World Health Organization highlights the needs of the universal health coverage to ensure that all people can obtain and care they need when they need it. It is also the day to remind ourselves of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Since the spread of many infectious diseases remains a major global health threat, the World Health Day is an occasion for us to confirm our engagement in combating unhealthy lifestyle through webinars and popular lectures series. This idea of inviting the experts of the medical domain was conceived together with Dr. Anupama ji, and we plan that let us have such type of webinar where the common people, even they can join this particular webinar and ask the question directly to the expert. As we know, most of us tend to put our own health and well-being last on our never-ending list of priorities. And I can certainly relate it. Most of our faculty members at TU for the same. While we all would love to spend time on ourselves for taking care of our health, but often we feel that we just don't have time or energy. We are more focused towards our commitments whether it is a teaching commitment or it is a administrative commitment, the commitment of the family needs, and keeping our health priority at the last. But as you know, you cannot take care of your family when you are sick. Rather, you will be a burden on them. Most of us believe it is selfish to take care of yourself or make yourself priority. But now let me share that it is not true. If it is important to you to take care of others, then you have to pay attention of your well-being also. So it is the duty of, or rather, it is an important message to all of us that we should squeeze certain time for our own health and on a daily basis, so that we can be healthy, we can take care of our family members, we can discharge our office responsibility, we can discharge our social and societal responsibility too. I am very happy that to start this mission, we have a very renowned Professor Sanjay Badada ji with us, who is an endocrinologist, of par excellence, and a orator of which speaks in a very simple manner, so that each and every person can grasp even the difficult medical terms also. I congratulate the initiative taken by the Dean Alumni, Professor Anupama Sharma ji, and her team, and this is certainly will be a great help to many of us. The message of the World Health Organization should also be disseminated to each and every person of the society, and to start with the faculty, staff, and the students of the Punjab University has been initiated. So, with these words, I once again thanks a lot Professor Sanjay ji. Whenever we have asked, he has always promptly accepted our invitation for this one. So thank you once again, sir. And your words, your advice will be well taken by the all faculty members, staff, and they will be benefited by your advice too. Thanks, sir.
Very good afternoon to all of you. And at the outset, I would like to thank PU Alumni Association, Dr. V.R. Sinha, Anupama ma'am, for this opportunity to interact with this August gathering on a very, very important issue, that is type 2 diabetes. And you can say diabetes is one of the most devastating disease, and which is responsible for the most of the non-communicable disease related morbidity and mortality. So my presentation will be kind of in Hindi as well as in English, so it will be kind of English. In between I am going to speak in Hindi and English. And fortunately today we are celebrating the World Health Day, and there is no better occasion than talk on this particular day on such an important disease. Uh, so let me share my slides. So meanwhile I'm sharing the screen, I want to know from the participants that what do you feel that type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle disease, or it is a genetic disease, or it is a disease. So how many people say that it is a lifestyle disease, and how many people want to say that it is a genetic disease, or it is a combination of both? So answers options A, B, and C.
I feel it is genetic because
So it is So that's why the either answer A is genetic disease, B is lifestyle disease, and C is combination. Okay, share your entire screen.
So probably, as Anupama ma'am had said, it is a genetic disease. I feel so because I have got it genetically.
Okay, Anupama ma'am said it's genetic disease. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I feel it's more of a combination because like if you have it in your genes, you're more prone and your lifestyle choices can affect that. So I
So
personally feel it's a combination.
my slides are visible? Not.
I
Sir.
think it is
No, not yet,
No,
sir.
sir. No, sir. Not visible, sir.
Okay, just a
Not
minute.
visible, sir.
Okay. Uh,
so it is combination of both
combination of both. Okay.
lifestyle as well as genetic.
Mm-hmm. So I think so I think answer is almost all answers are correct. First time is it is a lifestyle disease, it is a genetic disease, it is a combination also. So I'll explain you in my presentation that why all three are correct actually. But maybe weightage may be different for the different component, whether it is a lifestyle, whether it is genetic, or it is a combination. Again, there is some problem.
So you open the presentation and then just press the share button beneath
Okay,
and
open
choose
the.
the PPT option. Initially, first you open the presentation.
Just now it is visible. No.
No, sir. No, sir.
So
सर
this is
शेयर को क्लिक कर दीजिए सर.
सर नीचे शेयर है उसको क्लिक कर दीजिए और फिर वो पीपीटी चूज कर लीजिए या
है?
स्क्रीन चूज कर लीजिए व्हाटएवर लाइक यू फील लाइक.
आप जब शेयर
इसके
दबाएंगे ना
बाद
स्क्रीन 1 आएगा सर, उसको आप क्लिक करें.
शेयर दबा रहा हूँ मैं.
उसके बाद स्क्रीन 1 आएगा सर.
हाँ रमेश,
हाँ आ गया सर, आ गया.
आ गया.
हाँ जी सर.
ओके.
अभी
ओके,
देखिए
आ
आपकी
रही.
पीपीटी नहीं आया आपका, जो आई थिंक ये किसी और ने शेयर. सर आपका नहीं आया. वरिंदर कुमार जी शेयरिंग सर, प्लीज स्टॉप शेयरिंग सर. वीरेंद्र सर,
रमेश, हाँ.
वरिंदर सर प्लीज स्टॉप शेयरिंग, स्टॉप द शेयर स्क्रीन.
Anupama ma'am, I guess the presenting rights have been transferred to Virender
No,
sir. So if
actually,
we
no, I haven't transferred any rights because I don't think इसमें ट्रांसफर करने की जरूरत है. ये
yes.
बुकिंग मोड में है ना, तो एनीबडी कैन. एक जस्ट अ सेकंड मैं
Actually, I
क्लिक कर.
just shared my PPT on the on the desktop present. Now it is open also PPT.
जस्ट अ सेकंड में सर, एक मिनट में देखती हूँ सर.
सर आप ओपन कर लिए पीपीटी, उसके बाद सर आप शेयर पे क्लिक करें.
नहीं, PPT तो ओपन है, शेयर पे
क्लिक करें. उसके बाद हाँ स्क्रीन 1 पे क्लिक करें.
Screen one like nothing coming like screen one.
तो मैंने आपको प्रेजेंटेशन राइट्स भी दे दिए हैं.
So screen 1 के बाद go back to your desktop and then click on the PPT sir. Now open the PPT फिर share होएगी.
Okay, so you are telling me share करके.
फिर आप अपने डेस्कटॉप पे जाके पीपीटी को ओपन करो सर, फिर वो शेयर होगी.
But once I click over here, it should share something. No, nothing.
No. On screen one, just click on screen one, go back to your desktop and open the PPT, it would get shared.
Okay. Share now. Share is now in the bold. Now it will get interesting.
Ma'am, if it might be so is not being able to share, so maybe he can mail his PPT.
Hello.
कर दीजिए मैं शेयर कर
Yeah.
देती हूँ.
Pardon?
If you can mail me, I can share.
I think just Ramesh, you can share just. Yeah. Just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Now it is coming.
It's coming?
Yes, sir.
Okay. ठीक है Ramesh? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I asked the question that the diabetes is a lifestyle disease, genetic disease, or is a combination of two. So I think everyone is correct. Who says the lifestyle, who says the genetics, and who says the combination. Why it is like this is because if we go back maybe around 50 years, 60 years back, hardly there was any patient you know that is having the diabetes. But now in just 50 years, there is significant change. Maybe I can say in the last 20 years, there is a significant change or the increased number of diabetes. Meaning by that, the diabetes that was called Raj Rog maybe 50 years ago, now it is called the Aam Rog. Means everybody is now having a diabetes here and there. So meaning by that, to say anything which is a lifestyle, so obviously you can say that lifestyle has changed, but the disease was not there at that time. But now the disease is there, and probably we have the bad genes at that time also, but that time our lifestyle was okay. That's why the disease was not that common. But the carrying the same genes, those were bad, and now on the top of that the lifestyle has changed, and combination of both actually lead to 1 plus 1 not 11, but 1 plus 1 is like something like 11. And so this is, I can say, the disease not only genetic but is a giving the important burden because of the lifestyle modification. Next. So if you can see here that diabetes is a global emergency, and according to the IDF Atlas range, where it is estimated that what is the number of patients of diabetes over a period of time. So if there is patients, say, 151 million in 2001, 2000, now it is progressively increasing by in an exponential manner, and it is expected that by 2030 or 2040 it is going to increase almost 4 to 5 times. So there is a gradual rise in the number of person with the type 2 diabetes. And then you can see here that it is exponentially increasing significantly. Now looking at the diabetes can called as a global emergency because you see here there is certain areas are there, this world map is there, and you can see the prevalence of diabetes, say in the start North America and Caribbean region, it is 11.1% is going to increase by 13% by 2045. Then in South and Central America, it is 8.5% and is going to increase to the 10%. But our area of interest is, we can say, that is Southeastern Asia or Southeast Asia region, where right now also it is comparable, diabetes is comparable to the North America and Caribbean islands. and in Southeast Asia it is going to increase by.
Excuse me, sir, Dr. साहब, आपकी आवाज, the voice is very low, sir, very low.
Voice is very low. Oh,
Yeah, if you could kindly keep the microphone a little closer, I mean, probably that will help. Thank you
okay.
so much.
Thank you. Now, how is the voice? Okay, little
It is
better.
okay. It is okay.
Okay. So you can see that in this word map, the prevalence of diabetes between the age group 20 to 79 years, there is progressive rise in the number of type 2 diabetes patients. And it is, you can say this worldwide number of patients with type 2 diabetes are increasing, but the certain part of the countries or the world where it is increasing very rapidly. And that comes is the Southeast Asian region as well as Middle East and the North African countries. Now look at this particular slide that India features in the leaderboard of the type 2 diabetes. Fortunately, China has the distinction to have the maximum number of people of type 2 diabetes, but we are also competing with the China at each and every step. And India houses approximately uh, 77 million of type 2 diabetes patients, or 7.7 crore of the type 2 diabetes patients in our population. And it was in 2019, but it is 2014, it is going to increase by almost double. So that's why that is a reason to we should be worry about that, and we have to control this disease. That's how you to understand that keeping blaming everything about the genetics rather than coming forward and fight from the front, and let's look what are the other factors other than genetics, because we cannot change the genetics. And it is always good that when our parents gives us a house we are very happy, they gives us a car we are very happy, but all the time we are telling, oh, I got this disease from my parents. No, it's okay, but you also contributed significantly. And if we reduce the contribution by lifestyle, changing the lifestyle, we can delay the disease, we can postpone the disease, or there are the certain studies that you can delay by 1 decade or so. So to you explain further, this is a word landmass. So you can see the India is here in the uh, dark yellow color. If somebody asks me to make a word total population mass, then you can see that the green and the yellow, those are contributing maximally. Another part of the word is shrink significantly. So this is total word population map. But if we make somebody asked to make a disease specific word map, so that is diabetes related. So you can see that all of a sudden the Southeast Asian countries and China are dominating, and India is swelled like anything in this world diabetes map. And then you look at the diabetes related deaths. Again, you can see that we are much higher as compared to other part of the world. So that's why another reason to be worried about that. So this very common sentence statement that India may not be yet the world capital of the diabetes, but the Chandigarh is certainly the diabetes capital of India, because Punjab, Chandigarh, and Chennai, these are the three places where the maximum number of diabetes prevalence of type 2 diabetes is there. And sometimes I wonder that Chandigarh is a city beautiful. Chandigarh is a city of educated people. Chandigarh with all the facilities, still having lot of diabetes. Why? What is the reason? We are trying to look at this cause, but we are not sure right now. But I'll talk to you about that. Few things about the Chandigarh that may be one of the cause for the high prevalence of diabetes in Chandigarh. By the way, Chandigarh also famous for the another statement that Chandigarh is known for बारिश, खारिश and सिफारिश. The बारिश चंडीगढ़ के अंदर बरसात कभी भी होती रहती है because we are in the foothills of Himalaya. खारिश because Parthenium plant बहुत ज़्यादा common है here and there, and that is one of the cause of the dermatitis. And सिफारिश because Chandigarh has a many big institutions like Punjab University, like PGI Chandigarh, like High Courts, like uh, many other places. That's why the Chandigarh is the capital of the three places or two places, Punjab, Haryana, as well as the Chandigarh itself is a UT, and that's why there's a lot of Sifarish is required here to live in Chandigarh. Now, looking at the complications of the diabetes, just a slide that diabetes does not leave any organ of the body, whether it is the brain, your eyes, your heart, your kidney, your nerves, your brain, everything is affected by the diabetes. Diabetes is significantly affect the each and every organ of the body, starting from top to the bottom. So diabetes is a lifestyle disease, and that probably diabetes is a lifestyle disease resulting from all these things. Overeating. So I'd like to spend few minutes on the overeating. It is a very common and it is a human nature to eat more, especially when it is available without cost. You might be wondering why I am talking about that, but this is a fact also actually. It is like that, say we are going for a party and we are eating for almost 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. continuously. We are eating all snacks, all these things. And if you remember, at least those are above 50 years or around 40 to 50 years in our childhood time. Don't estimate my age. I am not that 50 years. I am just 35 only. But just I am sharing my experience actually. So the earlier that was eating pattern was not like that in parties. It was very limited, maybe half an hour program of eating and getting up. But nowadays that eating is going up to 2 hours and 3 hours, and obviously instead of eating for half an hour, you are eating for 2 and 3 hours, then it will be more. Another problem of overeating is that uh, having lot of parties. I have observed that parties are very frequent and even one party is celebrated more than one time. मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. सपोज करो चंडीगढ़ के अंदर किसी बच्चे का स्कूल के अंदर बच्चे का बर्थडे आता है, तो कैसे कैसे उस बर्थडे को सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है. सबसे पहले बच्चा स्कूल के अंदर कुछ टॉफ़ीज़ लेके जाता है, वो स्कूल के अंदर टॉफ़ी देता है. फिर उसके बाद में इवनिंग में एक पार्टी के लिए वो बच्चों को बाहर पिक्चर दिखाने के लिए लेके जाता है, खुद भी जाता है, वो भी करता है. फिर पार्टी पेरेंट्स के साथ होती है. और चंडीगढ़ इसके लिए भी फेमस है, काफ़ी लोगों के मायके और ससुराल चंडीगढ़ में ही होते हैं, तो दो जगह होता है, नानी का घर और दादी का घर भी चंडीगढ़ में काफ़ी कॉमन है. I may be wrong, but this is my personal experience. I have seen this. So the party is there in Nani's house and Dadi's house also. So these are all celebrating one occasion more than one time. Actually, also another reason for the overeating. Now coming to unhealthy eating, and nowadays that is traditional eating. Less frequently, food is cooked at home. Food is ordered from the Zomato, from the Quickie, from the Swiggy, from the Domino's, what not. You ask the name and there is, you can ask food in the night, middle of the night or maybe 3 a.m. Maybe everything is closed, but food is available. And we don't know how this food is prepared. This food contains lot of maida, lot of fat and lot of oil. And that is one of the way of unhealthy eating that is very, very common. Physical inactivity, that is also common, especially in the younger population. They are reading late night, enjoying party late night, not getting up in the morning in time, no exercise, and that is actually contributing to significant reduction in the physical inactivity. So at least these three things. Now if you look at the why the disease is common in Chandigarh. Chandigarh is a place for the affluent people, so overeating is there, unhealthy eating is there, and physical inactivity is also there. Now you can say Chandigarh has a lot of parks, and each and every house has a parks in front their house. But still, people may not be doing that much physical activity as it is required. The reason may be, as I mentioned, Chandigarh is the place where this temperature is extreme, lot of rains, lot of cold, and lot of hot atmosphere. That's why people may not be able to go for a longer period of time for a continuous walk, maybe all the season walk. So that's the one of the reason that physical inactivity is much more in Chandigarh as compared to the other places. Addiction, that is another reason, but I think we cannot talk on addiction here because there's a lot more to talk about that. And all these things actually culminate into the obesity and weight gain. Now I'll show you some of the interesting pictures that how obesity is a root cause of all trouble. In simple example, I'll say that obesity is mother of all these things. Mother of diabetes, mother of lipid disorders, mother of heart disease, mother of hypertension, mother of osteoarthritis, and mother of obstructive sleep apnea. In other words, if we'll call obesity is the mother, and these all the six diseases are actually brothers and sisters. And you know that they all go hand in hand. The diabetes is such a faithful disease. Once you develop, it will stay till you with you till lifelong. So that's why best is to have the prevention and best to control your weight. That is the best to way of preventing the diabetes. Here another nice diagram that obesity is a root cause of all troubles, and whatever we are seeing actually the tip of iceberg. So tip of icebergs are cardiovascular and heart disease, hypertension, diabetes, obesity. And this is all because of the excess weight. Excess weight actually leads to the insulin resistance. Some of the people in this house, I'm sure, know about the insulin resistance. इन इंसुलिन रेजिस्टेंस आम आदमी की भाषा में बताएंगे तो इंसुलिन रेजिस्टेंस वो है जो कि insulin is there but is unable to act its full potential. So insulin level is there but it is unable to produce its effect because of insulin is unable to act on the various cells. That is actually insulin resistance. So as I mentioned that globally in my first slide that globally the obesity is increasing, and that is the reason for the globally the diabetes prevalence is also increasing. Very nice cartoon here. Overweight and obesity is increasing. So in 1990 and 2020. So you can see here in 1990 your television was like this and person was like this. 2020 the things have changed. Your say television is changed to LED and you change older TV. So that is the reason, and because of it happens because of the lifestyle change actually. Best way, best explanation that how you can develop a diabetes or you can gain a weight, that you do nothing. Even drink water, you are asking someone to bring water and giving you, and it is very common in our society nowadays. We are not happy to do any physical activity. You have big abdomen, big paunch is there, and you are eating with this high speed. So all these things are further explaining that how we are, why we are gaining weight and we are getting obese. In addition to this particular slide is saying that, so it might be, you might be wondering what is the ideal body weight, or the when you call that your body weight is okay for your height. So height in centimeter minus 100 is actually nothing but your ideal body weight. For example, person is having height of 167 centimeter, so minus 100 is 67, so it is ideal body weight is the 67 kg. It is very easy, everyone can calculate their ideal body weight, and if there is they are not in the range of ideal body weight, they can try to reduce the weight, and that will be very very helpful. Reducing the weight is directly proportional to improving various health parameters, that is physical, mental, as well as all non-communicable disease. By 1 kg weight reduction, there is a directly proportional of reduction in the chances of developing various these non-communicable is significant. Coca-Cola that is very common. आपने सुना होगा एक बोतल के साथ दूसरी बोतल फ्री. वेडनेसडे के दिन पिज्जा, वन पिज्जा के साथ अनदर स्मॉल पिज्जा इज फ्री, समथिंग लाइक दैट. दीज आर ऑल attractions to eat more, and unfortunately our younger population is very fond of all these kind of foods, and that is leading to the lot of future problems. And I think this picture is self-explanatory. The person sitting before the TV, having a big bowl in his hand, having remote in his hand, and just keep eating. And another way of while eating, if you watching a TV, you are going to gain more weight because you will eat more, and that is one of the cause that should avoid eating while watching TV. That should be the one of the way of weight reduction. very common. I am sure this picture must have seen many times, but this central obesity is one of the problem. And when our frontline workers are having this problem, they should be physically very, very fit. But if they are not fit, then it is difficult for the general public to expect them to they should be fit. So take care. They should this abdominal obesity maybe 30 years before people used to think he is very healthy if he is in big abdomen, but now it is not like this. Another common term is used is waist is not equal to chest. It is why I am giving I am giving an example here is that many a time, say suppose you are sitting somewhere you are not willing to eat, but if somebody says please have half a chapati, please have half a sweet, have a cup of tea, and you are not requiring, still you are eating. I am just giving you an explanation for that how it can be a dangerous. If you eat half chapati every day half chapati extra, you are going to gain 3 to 4 kg weight by end of 1 year. So half chapati is equal to 1 cup of tea with sugar, or you can say one piece of barfi. So if you anything you eat when it is not required, if you are eating, then you are going to get weight, and that's why you must be knowing that with increasing age we are gaining weight. It is very common. Maybe many more factors are there, but this is one of the more factor that we are eat frequently and there is no time of eating. No time of eating, we eat any time, but on the contrary no time for exercise because we are very busy. As Sinha sir was telling that everybody is very busy, and the opening statement of the introduction that health is wealth, but the human is a creature who earned the money initially, and then he'll fall sick because busy earning the money, and then fall sick and then spend that earned money on his health. So it is what is happening is that, so best is that don't run after the wealth and take care of your health. That is the most important thing. Another common saying that obesity does not run in a family, because many people say that obesity runs in the family. Actually the answer is that obesity does not run in a family. Actually no one runs in the family. That is the correct one. If you will not do the physical activity, you are going to gain the weight. Stress is an important, and here in this audience and this lot of head of departments are there. I request all head of department, don't give stress to your young faculty and colleagues, because that can cause the obesity, and the obesity will lead to the lot of problems. And if they are unable to work, then you have to work for them. So best is don't give stress. But it is true for vice versa also, because the young faculty should also work hard to keep, don't give stress to your bosses, so that will be also useful. So obesity is a problem and the diabetes is outcome. But this good news are having that you can become prime minister if you have a diabetes. So these three, prime minister is the diabetes, previous one. So obesity, diabetes is bad definitely, but that is some just a thing like that only. So now question comes, how we can prevent or postpone the diabetes. So as I mentioned, first and most important thing is to maintain ideal body weight, and I already mentioned you the formula of ideal body weight. Second is do good physical activity. Third is to control, take care of the diet. So I'll talk briefly about the physical activity and diet. So first, diet. In diet there is a food pyramid is there, I'll show in subsequent slide, but you should eat lot of fruits. So 3 to 4 servings of fruit or salad should be there in your diet. Fruit should be different variety, should be fresh, colorful and seasonal. Don't go by the foods those are of the uh, foods those are of not of the season. So eat seasonal fruits. That is the answer. And another very important thing is, as long as you have teeth, don't take juices, because fruits will give you a lot of fiber, other antioxidant, and it will give your body to act more to digest the fruit, and that will spend your energy on digestion food, and that will help to maintain the body weight. So diet should be balanced diet, contain carbohydrate, protein, fiber, vitamin, minerals, and fat. And these are the commonly like preferred diet. And in this food pyramid, the things should be taken list are fat, sweets, and alcohol. Many that alcohol is good for the health. To the best of my knowledge, alcohol is not good for the health. Then you can have take milk, meat in adequate quantity. Then you can have vegetable, fruits, 3 to 4 servings or 4 to 5 servings a day. And then you can take grains, beans, and vegetables. These are also very useful. Daily salt intake to 5 gram per day, because salt intake is directly proportional to the blood pressure or hypertension. And these are the some of the foods those contain lot of salt. Here, unfortunately, we cannot see salt in, because we are not putting the salt, or during eating we don't see that we are putting the salt, but it is already too much salt is there, so should avoid all these things. And especially you can see this burger, hot dog, cold dog, all these things are very common nowadays. Population that contains lot of salt as well as lot of fats are there in the diet. Now coming to exercise, so very important. There is a way of saying that one size not fit for all. Means you cannot say one exercise everybody can fit for that exercise. So younger people can do jogging, running, intensive playing, all these things. So that is good for them. They can do cycling, they can do gymming, and all these things. Young people, older people, they can do the simple exercises, yogas, just walks. That can be very very useful for the elderly people. And then coming to the what should be the frequency of the exercise. So frequency of exercise is ideally it should be 7 days a week, but it may be sometime monotonous, so you can take at least 5 to 6 days a week. And then timing, so that if you are doing aerobic activity, 20 minutes is good. But if you are just simply walking, then it should be 50 to 60 minutes a day, and at least 6 days a week is very very important. Your walk will be effective once you start sweating. Then only there your walk will be effective, if you are walking, or if you are jogging, or if you are running, or if you are walking fast. So people those are young, they should walk fast, and the parameter is that they should sweat at least. And healthy workplace is very very important, as I already mentioned you in my previous slide. Now coming lifestyle disease, what is the point in favor that diabetes is a lifestyle disease? There is plethora of evidence is there. If you do something related to the lifestyle, you can definitely delay the diabetes, definitely postpone the onset of diabetes. But there are now evidences coming that you can reverse the diabetes also with lifestyle modification. And I'll give you some of the scientific proof that how lifestyle modification can reverse the diabetes. Though there are many other ways of reversal of diabetes, medications are there, bariatric surgery is there, that is also one of the way of reversing the diabetes. But the lifestyle modification is very very important, and anything will be effective only when the lifestyle is followed appropriately. इन अदर टर्म्स अगर मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश करता हूँ कि अगर आप कोई बिल्डिंग बना रहे हैं सपोज, अगर आप जब तक बेसमेंट और ग्राउंड फ्लोर नहीं बना सकते हैं, आप फर्स्ट फ्लोर नहीं बना सकते हैं। ठीक उसी तरह से अगर आप अपना लाइफस्टाइल मॉडिफिकेशन, जिसके अंदर आपकी डाइट और एक्सरसाइज आती है, अगर आप उसको ठीक से नहीं करते हैं तो आपका ड्रग्स भी उतना इफेक्टिव नहीं होगा। And that's why we are keep telling our patients that you stick to the lifestyle modification. That is very very important. I know it is easy to say but difficult to do, but still that is the only choice. We don't have any choice. So some of the studies, those are having publications from our own country, that is from the Bangalore, India. And there is high rate of diabetes reversal in newly diagnosed Asian Indian young adults with type 2 lifestyle therapy. So intensive lifestyle therapy, meaning by that you reduce your diet to 1000 to 1500 calorie per day and brisk walking for at least 1 hour a day. That can reverse the diabetes in significant number of patients. And in the study, they have shown that remission rates at 3 months, 1 year, and 2 years is 75, 75 and 68% respectively. So that is possible with the good lifestyle modification. Now we have a scientific evidences as well. Good thing is that intermittent fasting, a novel form of lifestyle modification. Uh, it is very common, and according to the Indian, fasting is considered very good thing in our mythology, in uh, our Indian context. Whether you take a Islam, whether they have the Ramazan, in Indians we have a Navratra, or even in Indians, the other Indians are doing fast on the Ekadasi, Punam, or Amavasya, or something like that. Is very common, and that is actually very very useful. And now Western people are also acknowledging, and they are publishing that intermittent fasting is very common. So here I would like to say every one more thing is that most of the time we feel that our things are not common. Yes, that is the issue. I accept that, and we are medical fraternity is responsible to take things that our tradition to prove scientifically. But it is always not correct that whatever Western people are saying, those are correct and we are wrong. It is not correct. And I strongly oppose that. Every time we believe whatever in the science that they say they are correct, and we are doing years together, we are not believing in that. And now a lot of things are coming in this way. So intermittent fasting is one of them. So there are the various ways of how intermittent fasting will help. Is that intermittent fasting will help in doing the weight loss. It improves the insulin sensitivity and reduces the blood glucose levels. So these are the various protocols of the intermittent fasting, like time restricted fasting. You can do every day 16 hours fast, maybe 2 days in a week. That is another. Alternate day fasting for 24. Then weekly 1 day fasting once per week. That is very common. Many people among us also do the fast of Tuesday. Some young girls do the fast on Monday, something like that. There the different reasons are there. Fast mimicking diet once per month. That is 120 hours fast. 10-day juice fast. So there various regimes are there, and these various regimes have their advantage and disadvantage. But the thing is that you can do any regime which is convenient to you. And I think for people those are working in the PGI or the Punjab University, maybe 16 hours fasting 2 days a week is very good. Like you can do fasting, you can have your dinner, maybe your lunch on that particular day, and maybe early dinner by 4 to 5. Then you don't eat anything till next 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. That will be a 16-hour fast. Other way around also you can do, so that you can have early dinner 6 p.m, then you should eat lunch directly. So that can be something like that. But we doctors prefer to have a good breakfast rather than having the dinner. So a good breakfast, then you can have another day another breakfast. That should be another way of fasting, intermittent fasting. Okay, so there are the many studies are there, and the systemic reviews and meta-analysis are there that intermittent fasting is useful, and that prevent the can reverse the diabetes and prevent the development of diabetes. So usual eating pattern is 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it is not, it is very good usual pattern, but it is often have 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. That is there. And then early time restricted feeding can be something you eat between 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. As I was mentioning, that you can have lunch, then you can have fast. That can get fasting. And that will lot of advantage, reduces blood glucose, reduces postprandial insulin, improves insulin sensitivity, improves beta cell function, gives rest to the beta cells, reduces blood pressure, decreases appetite in the evening. And even the intermittent fasting is shows that it is very useful, and it can be reduce the chances of developing the malignancies by the mitophagy, that mechanism that is useful. And for that, in the mitophagy, if you remember, in 2019, two Japanese scientists received the Nobel for the mitophagy, and they recommended that intermittent fasting improves the mitophagy, and that can be very very useful. So I can end my presentation that saying, the Aditi, we run our department run a society that is called Association of Diabetes in Tri-City Aditi. That is dedicated society for the type 1 diabetes kids, and this society is providing the free insulin glucometers to the underprivileged children, those can't afford insulin, and the glucose strips or the glucometers we provide them. And we take their various classes once a month from last all years or more than that, for educating them and trying to help them out. So to conclude my presentation saying is diabetes is a lifestyle disease. Overeating, unhealthy diet and sedentary lifestyle has contributed to obesity and diabetes. We need to follow a healthy lifestyle to curtail the ever increasing burden of diabetes. And the Chandigarh is known for Barish, Kharish and Shifarish. That's why to stick to our diet and exercise appropriately, like in early morning hours, especially in the winter, lot of fog, I won't advise you to go for a walk in the morning outside because it can be very, very dangerous. Same time, in the rainy season, it is difficult because frequent rain. So you can choose your lifestyle. You can do exercise at home. You can join some indoor activity, and you can do it home-based exercises also. And every day now, Baba Ramdev is teaching various yoga and all these things that can be also taken care help. And lot of apps are there now on the TV. You can use them. Thank you very much for your patience listening. I'll be happy to answer, take any question and comments from the audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an informative session. Uh, anyone who has any question can either put it up in the chat box with the chat with everyone option, or you can switch on your mic and ask your questions, but make sure that there aren't two people simultaneously asking questions. So, anyone who has any question, or if you want to ask about anything, discuss something, share something.
Good. So I can see that most of the answer are C. So as people are aware absolutely that lifestyle is important, but same time genetics is also plays an important role. Okay.
Sir, I have a question
Yes,
if
ma'am.
I may
Please.
ask.
Yes, please.
Sir, very good evening, sir. Very informative lecture. Sir, my question to you is, sir, like if somebody is having a LAD 90% stent and also on the borderline diabetic, having a borderline diabetic condition, so can that person also fast?
Yeah, fast I think it is possible, but I won't say on the day one itself you can have a long fast, but you can gradually build up the fast. There should not be a problem. Yes, can be done. Yes.
Because also on blood thinner, so that won't make a difference.
No, blood thinner won't make any difference with your fasting. There should not be a problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. If we are taking the medicines for diabetes, what should be the normal time interval within which we should get these medicine reviewed? I am taking these medicine for the last 10 years. So, should we get these reviewed after some period of time?
Yeah, best is ideally you should meet the once in 3 months to your doctors with your test, especially the hemoglobin A1C, and you are
Right, sir.
monitoring blood glucose chart to share with your doctor for to understand that what is the burden of hyperglycemia is there. So we recommend every 3 monthly. And other thing is that if you are having HbA1c in well within range, you may delay for some time, maybe 6 months or so. But ideally is every 3 months.
So, sir, what should be the now? Let us say for HbA1c 6 to 6.4. Is it okay, or we should attempt for lowering it down further?
I think it is very good for a diabetic individual. 6 to 6.5 is very good.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, sir, in PGI, what are the days when we can see your good selves?
I am available on Wednesday, Thursday, but right now, in view of the corona cases are increasing, we are doing the restricted OPD and not calling the patient for some time because
Are you available on teleconsultancy, sir?
Yeah, teleconsultation is available. Yes, that is fine. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Good. I'm good.
So nice to meet you and thank you for a wonderful talk. So just a simple question that in terms of the IBDM patient, how do you recommend they should proceed the protocol for intermittent fasting?
Sorry, can you?
आपकी आवाज क्लियर है डॉक्टर मनु? थोड़ा सा जोर से बोलना पड़ेगा।
I said IDDM patient.
IDDM.
Yeah, patient. What protocol do you recommend for intermittent fasting?
For type 1 diabetes.
Type 2.
Yeah. Type 2 diabetes, actually, it depends on what drug patient is taking. Say, suppose patient is taking insulin, then or taking the oral hypoglycemic agent sulfonylurea, then it is not recommended. Fasting as well, feasting is not recommended to them.
Yeah, IDDM patients along with say maybe metformin and vidagliptin or sitagliptin salts combination.
Metformin still it's okay. That is a possible. Maybe not prolonged fasting, but they can do the overnight fasting. That is okay. Maybe early dinner and then have the little late breakfast. With metformin alone is okay because that does not cause hypoglycemia usually.
But if you're along with insulin, then you probably will have to
Yes.
reduce the
If
dose
you
of
are on
insulin.
insulin, then we won't recommend fasting and feasting both.
Okay. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes, yes.
Good afternoon, Dr. Sanjay. I have two questions. One is that is there any relationship between diabetes and COVID? That is number one. And second is the vulnerability different for male and female for diabetes, or they are both equally vulnerable?
Yeah, I think
I
very
have
nice.
two questions. Could you please reply that? Thank you.
Yes, yes, sir. So diabetes and COVID. So they say that COVID is not more common in the diabetes, but same time, if a person with type 2 diabetes develops the COVID and his blood glucose is not controlled, the outcome is poor in them. So that one thing is clear. Okay, so patient with type 2 diabetes develops the COVID, and if the blood glucose is uncontrolled, outcome is uh, not good as compared to person without diabetes. That is one thing. Now, in type 2 diabetes in men and women, I think one more problem in the women may be more in number. The reason is that in general in Indian setting, physical activity is less frequently done by the women in general. They are more busy with household work, and I know many families, the husbands are moving every day in the lake. They are walking morning, but wife it at home taking care of a lot of things. They are not working, not having physical activity, so that discrepancy is there. In addition to that, one more common problem is that nowadays, especially the gestational diabetes mellitus, which is more common, maybe around 20% of pregnant females are having the gestational diabetes, and this gestational diabetes ultimately predisposes for the type 2 diabetes in the future life. So that GDM is can happen obviously in the females only, so that's why they are at more risk for developing the type 2 diabetes.
हेलो
Yes, ma'am.
सर, जैसे एक मतलब मिथ है या वटेवर कि डायबिटीज अगर हो गया तो वो क्योर नहीं हो सकता. What would you say to that?
So that's why my talk title was reversal of diabetes. There is slides are there. So yes, in initial phase there is a possibility of reversal is there, but that reversal is actually with this very disciplined life with good physical
Okay,
activity and some of the drug. So
it can be.
yes, the general notion it is once happen, it is difficult to reverse, but it is possible with the appropriate behavior. It is possible, but
With
may not
disciplined
after
lifestyle.
6 years or 5 years. It may be difficult.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
सर आज एक मैंने न्यूज़पेपर में पढ़ा आप एक प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं
Yes,
फॉर
yes.
द रिवर्सल ऑफ डायबिटीज, पर उसमें आपने एज लिखा है 18 to 65 years. तो उसमें कोई
Yes.
रिलैक्सेशन अगर हम उसको ज्वाइन करना चाहें, I am 70, can we join?
Actually, sir, we have selected the patient of less than 2 years of diabetes, not the people with the 10 years of diabetes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, sir.
Good evening. Good
Good
evening,
evening,
ma'am.
sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
sir, I was detected for diabetes last year in 2020 July. That time my HbA1c was 12.5. And now, yeah, with as you said, initially it could be reversed. So I tried my best with the disciplined lifestyle and everything. Now it is around 7.5, sir. The HbA1c was 7.5 last
Yeah.
month when I got checked. Yeah. But sir, my question is, you said obesity is the main reason to get diabetic, but I am not
Yes.
obese and my lifestyle was totally disciplined. I mean, I do not eat outside. I mean, I'm not I do not eat outside frequently or nothing like that. Healthy lifestyle I had, but still, I mean, it's a very big question mark. Why did I get diabetic?
Yeah. So there is two, three things are there. One is that if the very strong genetic predisposition is there, there is one possibility. Other thing is, in addition to type 2 diabetes, some other type of diabetes are there. Those are mimicking with the type 2 diabetes. So
Okay.
that can be not only the type 2, but there may be some different type of diabetes. So probably you have to consult your physician. He'll be able to help you out that you are suffering from type 2 diabetes or you are suffering from addition to anything else is there.
Okay. My parents, both of them are diabetic, sir. I mean, they are
And
on insulin, both of
what
them.
about your grandparents?
And grandparents, no, sir. No,
No one is. Okay.
no, sir. But my mom and my dad, both of them are diabetic. Okay.
So
So secondly, one more question. Could you deliberate on the side effects of the medicines which you take, the oral medicines for the diabetes?
I think generally there is no significant side effect except one problem can be there, that is the hypoglycemia. So that is one of the issue. So that can be a problem. So we should know about what is hypoglycemia, why it happens, how to treat, how to take care. So this is one of the common problem. But other some small side effects are there. I think it is this forum. It may be difficult to talk on each drug that has some or other side effect. So, but hypoglycemia, everyone should know about the hypoglycemia, and we should take care of that. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so
हेलो
much, sir. Thank you.
हेलो सर गुड इवनिंग
हाँ जी, ध्यान मैम कैसे हैं?
बिल्कुल ठीक सर आई एम सो ग्लैड टू सी यू हाँ
थैंक यू
जी
मैम, थैंक यू।
हाँ जी सर मेरा एक छोटा सा मैंने आपसे पूछना है वो मैं आई एम ऑन इंसुलिन फॉर द पास्ट मेनी years which you had recommended. It is in the ratio of 30/70
Yes,
insulin 30/70. So
yes, yes.
is there any need to change it? For the past about 10 years it's the same type, but it's under control. I am getting my fasting less than 100, and that A1C levels are also below 6.5 up to maximum 6.5, 6.6.
So no need to change.
अच्छा जी, तो ये चलता जाए, इसमें कोई ये तो नहीं है कि रेजिस्टेंस बन जाएगी या कुछ?
नहीं कुछ, no problem.
अच्छा जी, because I could not visit you in the OPD due to this corona thing for the past about 1 year. So
No
I
problem.
just
If
wanted to know.
your HbA1c is well controlled, blood pressure is all well controlled, no problem, nothing to worry.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Thank you, ji. Thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
sir.
Yes.
Doctor, I have one more query. Like, what medication is best suited, Ayurvedic, homeopathic, or allopathic?
आपने सवाल पूछा, बहुत कन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट का सवाल पूछ लिया आपने। एक एलोपैथी
Oh,
डॉक्टर को पूछ रहे कि होम्योपैथी ले लें
नहीं, पर
कि
I think
आयुर्वेदिक
you
ले लें
will
कि क्या?
definitely tell us the right.
So good that at least you have faith in us that you will tell the correct thing. So
Yes,
what
sir.
I want to say, ma'am, is like uh, Ayurvedic, meaning by that most of the time this is related to some herb. So what I recommend is that if you are preparing something, some preparation at your home, it's fine, no problem. You take giloy bark or you take whatever it is you are bringing from the herbs and taking it, it is fine. But same time, if you all say that you take madhu vatika or something, madhu nashini, something like that, then there is a issue actually, that we
Okay.
don't know many of the these drugs are containing actually the allopathic compound only, but they are
All
mentioning
right.
that is a madhunashini is as this one or
Mm-hmm.
that one. That is not good thing what I say. But
All
yes,
right.
if you are taking anything from herbs directly yourself,
Mm-hmm.
that's okay, you can take that. But if you are taking such medicines in form of medicine, in form of dibbi and something like you are eating, I'll say it is not advisable, because sometimes we don't know exactly what it is there, because they don't write exact content what it is.
Correct.
On the contrary, allopathic drugs, most of the allopathic drugs are go very stringent, rigorous safety data. Then they can come in the market. So that is there.
Mm-hmm.
And other thing is that very simple is that various lot of herbs actually they are available in the market in form of the allopathic drugs also. Sometimes they were like they use as a raw only, like
Mm-hmm.
some of the drugs. So our target should be we should have these drugs, our herbs in the form of tablets with purified and they scientifically proven. So that will be
All
very
right.
good. Yeah.
And how about homeopathic? No.
I don't have any idea about the homeopathy. So
Okay.
really I won't say anything yes or no. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Dr. Sanjay, you mentioned that we should like abstain from going out for like a run or something for exercising in the morning. So if we are to exercise outside, what will be the ideal time after which we can actually
No,
do
no.
it?
What I was telling is because, like, especially in the winter season in December, Jan, a lot of fog is there. Even people while crossing the road in the early morning, they are hit by the some vehicle or something like that. And we know that every winter, uh, some such kind of accident keep happening.
Right, right.
Yeah, so that is should be avoided. I'm not telling you can go to park
Okay.
proper way, and then you can do the good exercise in park. There is no problem.
So
But
it's
on the road,
mostly related to the like the winter seasons, the core
yeah,
winter seasons when it's
yes,
foggy.
winter
Okay.
season visibility is poor, and there is a problem. So don't go early morning. In that
Right,
case, you
right,
can
right.
go in the evening. That is, I'm just telling the environmental issues.
Right,
Uh,
absolutely.
yeah,
Thank you, doctor.
thank you.
So I had one more question. Could a diabetic patient include milk in the diet?
Well, because now there is people are talking about the vegan diet, some lacto-vegan diet, some veg, non-veg diet, something like that. Few people say that you should not, if you avoid milk, it will be good. But milk is an important our dietary constituent that contains lot of calcium, protein, and other things. So if you have another option instead of milk, taking milk, then you can choose that. But I recommend until unless you have some milk allergy or something like that, you should not stop the milk.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Sir, now just that you've mentioned veganism and vegan diets, so is there some scientific proof that vegan diet is better than a normal even if we consider the vegetarian diet?
Yeah, may now more and more evidences are coming, but I think still we are not sure because the vegan diet sometimes does not have enough protein. To get enough protein, you have to take a lot of diet that will increase your calories. So a lot of things are there. So I think best is to keep a balance. The best is idea is to have adequate amount of protein, carbohydrate, whatever is the source, it's okay. But yes, there is some evidences are there. If animal protein is not that good as the plant protein. There are some evidences are there.
Right. Thank you, sir. If someone else has any question, they can put it up in the chat box or switch on their audio and ask the question.
So there is a question in chat box from Saurabh that about the sweeteners. So artificial sweeteners in modest amount is okay, but if you are taking in too much, that is not advisable actually.
Uh,
Yeah.
so since you are also an expert on thyroid, can we request you to take one more lecture on thyroid? Because I am a thyroid patient and I know because Chandigarh is a place where a lot of thyroid patients, it's a very common problem. So we'd also request you to take one more lecture if you can spare some time with us.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, but diabetes is in general more common problem.
Yeah, it's more common.
Lot of lifestyle implications are there. With thyroid, there is, except the iodized salt, there is not many lifestyle issues. But if you wish so, we will do the needful, no problem. Either I'll take or one of my faculty colleague can take, no problem. Yeah. You send me the invite, we'll do the
Sure,
need
sir. Sure, sir.
definitely. Yeah.
Anupama ma'am, I believe there are no more questions, so I would like to invite you for the word of thanks.
Thank you, Jagmahek. On behalf of the PU Alumni Association and on my personal behalf, I would like to thank Professor Badada for such a wonderful exposition. It has been a treat, sir, and seeing the number of questions, and we have gained immensely from your expertise, and probably it was a lot of people who were here, rather than going to OPD, they have asked number of questions to you. I'm really thankful to you, and your style of sharing the information, your style of explaining each and everything, it was wonderful, sir. And we are really thankful to you. We're also
Thank
thankful to our Dean Alumni, Dean University Instructions, Professor V.R. Sinha. He has always been a support, because this was, he has mentioned me, like we were talking about it was 1.5 months before, that he mentioned that why doesn't PU Alumni Association start a series of lectures for general ailments. And diabetes came first in our mind, and thyroid and menopause, and then skin diseases.
Maybe you
It
can
was
have
all his.
osteoporosis also. We can have a talk
Yes,
on
sir.
osteoporosis. Yeah,
Yes,
that
sir.
is another important one.
Yes, sir. So we will, sir, because this is a series we have started. So today it was the World Health Day, so we thought of starting this series. So we'll trouble you more in coming future. I'm also thankful to all the participants and listeners, and to my dear students who have managed the whole show, and the staff of PU Alumni Association. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for accepting our request and being with us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Anupam ma'am. Thank you, Sina sir. And thank you, Dr. Ramesh. My colleague is here in this audience. Thank you, Dr. Ramesh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you to all. So with that, I end the meeting. Thank you, sir.